Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm back with another warrior guide for Dungeon Quest. And in this video I'm going to show you how to beat the Canals insane as a warrior using only gear from Samurai Palace. Let's take a look at what I'm using. I have a purple ancestral warrior helmet, and that's fully upgraded in physical power. I'm also using blue ancestral warrior armor, and this is the best armor that you can get from Samurai Palace. Like, it's the top tier armor. I'm also using the legendary Sakura Katana, and the spells I'm using are Flame Cyclone. And basically you can get this spell from Nightmare Samurai Palace. And this spell is very similar to the mage spell that you get in Samurai Palace Nightmare. So the strategy for how to beat this dungeon for mages and warriors is basically the same. But I do have a separate mage video if you want to watch that, and I'll put a link down in the description. Here's how I'm doing my skill points. I have 3 skill points in stamina, and that's enough to give me about 90k health up here. 90k is about how much you need to be able to survive one of the regular attacks from the boss without dying. And here's how much damage I do with the Flame Cyclones. I do about 25 million damage per tick. And if you don't do that much damage, it's not as big of a deal with this spell, since you basically just run around the enemies, so you don't have to worry about cooldowns as much. And before we get started, make sure if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos for Dungeon Quest in the future. Alright, let's get started. Okay, here's the first pack of enemies. What I like to do is run up this way and then just circle them pretty much. Make sure that whenever you're turning that you have the speed spell going, because the warriors that run pretty fast, they can easily catch up to you if the speed spell's not going. Alright, here's the first mini boss. What I like to do with him is basically just run straight up to him, make sure to dodge those, and then just start circling him. Try to stay as far away from him as you can, but to where you're still hitting him. And now do you see there's a ghost over there? There's like a purple ghost that's chasing me. Do not let that hit you, because that will take twice damage, so you'll basically need a lot more HP if you want to be able to survive that. But he's fairly easy to stay away from if you go straight. Like, don't try to turn when he's chasing you. So basically just keep circling him until he's dead and be constantly looking for that ghost. Okay, we got it. For this room here, if you're with a group of people, make sure you're very careful. Just let one person go in if you're with a group, because they'll easily snipe you and take out. I've seen it happen many times. They'll take out a bunch of people. Basically, go sideways here so you can avoid those lines. And then, like before, just basically circle them until they're dead. Yeah, and this spell, Flame Cyclone, it basically gives you a speed boost. For here, I'll go straight up and then cut right across to basically dodge the lines. And be careful, those mages will try to hit you through the wall. So don't just stand there. Yeah, pretty much most of the time it's... With this, you pretty much just circle them. This spell is actually pretty easy to use, because a lot of the spells from previous dungeons, you have to be very precise with how you use the spell. And with this, you pretty much just circle them and be careful. The main thing you need to worry about is just don't turn too fast. If you do, the warriors will be able to catch up to you. Okay, now we're at the second mini-boss. Now, one of his attacks does 2 times the damage, so you got to be careful. But basically, just whenever he throws out those lines, try to go close to the line. And that way you'll be able to dodge the next line. Okay, now you see that sword over my head? When you see the sword, you have to go to this blue circle. If you don't, it will take twice the damage, and it will damage any of your teammates that you're playing with. So even though only one person gets hit, everyone will take damage. So you got to be really careful. Definitely go to the circle. When this map first came out, I saw so many people die with groups of people due to that. And you do need a speed spell. You need a speed spell for doing this, because sometimes it's hard to make it to that circle. Yeah, basically just keep circling them. Just be careful. Like I said, I ran out of my speed spell, so I had to go straight for a few seconds. You don't want to turn when your speed spell's not going. Okay, for this part here, I like to run up and then cut to the side to avoid the lasers. This is a little bit tricky since it's so tight right here. But we got it. Okay, here you also have to be very careful because those lines can easily hit you. I'm just going to take the warriors back this time. Okay, now we've got a pack of warriors and then a pack of mages behind them. I like to take the warriors over here and get them stuck behind these barrels. And now for mages, what I normally do is I'll use the speed spell and come over here to these stairs. Bring them back a little bit and then just circle them. Okay, now this part can be a little bit tricky. There are some enemies over there and they were kind of behind this wall. So what I'll normally do is I'll come up here, get them to shoot their lasers, and then I'll come up. If you don't do that, if you just try to run straight up, a lot of the times they'll hit you. Yeah, and like I said, this spell, the Flame Cyclones, is very similar to the mage one, so pretty much the strategy for doing this as mage or warrior is basically the same. I could have combined the videos and just made one video. Okay, now we're at the last little group of enemies before the boss. Okay, here's the boss, Warrior Overlord. Pretty much I use the speed spell to try to get close to him fast. And now you'll see he threw out that little dome over here. Make sure you go inside there and it will give you a shield. And the shield will protect you from the that special attack. I don't know if you just saw that flash, but that flash will take a lot of damage, like around 2 times as much damage. So if you don't have the shield, you're going to die unless you have enough health. And just be constantly looking for it. He'll spawn it back. And then pretty much just go around him in a circle. Be careful. Oops. Be careful about the circles he throws on the ground too. And pretty much go straight to this. If you don't, you'll run out of time and then likely get hit. Just go around in a circle, dodge those circles. Alright, we got it. I think that's pretty much it, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Alright, thanks guys. See you in the next one.